So I'm doing my second CAS Reflection, and what I'm reflecting on is tutoring at my old middle school. I tutor 8th graders in American history, and the IB requirements, the CAS requirements that it fulfilled was taking on new challenges and developing new skills, and I'm going to go into that in a minute. The first time I tutored, I didn't really work with any of the kids. I just sorted papers for the teacher, and I went through things like that. But the second time, he wasn't there, and his assistant teacher asked if I wanted to just teach the lesson. So I decided to take that on, even though I'd never been with these kids before. And it was the last time they could do the retakes. It was sort of a big deal. And these kids, they were good kids. They were just sort of nervous about the test. And it was developing new skills, because whenever I saw that something wasn't working the way I was explaining something, or the analogies that I was using weren't clicking in their heads, then I'd have to, be sort of innovative and come up with something different really quick, because we only had a set amount of time before they had to take their test, because it was after school hours. Now I had to get to their bus. And it was accepting the challenges because, like I said, I'd never been in front of a class. It was probably like 12-ish people, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when it's a bunch of 8th graders, it's a lot. So that was why I was developing new skills and then accepting new challenges, and it was a cool experience. I do plan on this being one of my continuous projects, because I like tutoring there, and I like the subject. Like, history is one of my favorite subjects. And I like the teacher. He was my middle school teacher in history. So, these are my proof. I'm just keeping a running thing of my visitors' badges. That way we can keep track of the hours. And right now, I've worked about, maybe I'd say, 2:30 to 3, maybe like an hour, 20 minutes each time. So 2 hours and 40 minutes. It's about there. And like I said, I do plan on doing this. I think we were planning twice a month. They don't need tutored this week because they're starting a new unit, so they don't really need to help with anything yet. But I will be staying after with him and them, and just sort of like helping them with that stuff. So that's my CAS Reflection 2.